ready. We're gonna get going here.
Team Rafa.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right there.
Hey everyone, welcome to Pacific Northwest eBike. I record a lot of my e-bike rides around the Pacific Northwest, primarily in Washington State, and today I'm going to show you my first ever STP, the 2025 Seattle to Portland ride with Cascade Bicycle Club. 2025 was the 46th year of the STP. It's a 200 plus mile bike ride that can be done in 1 or 2 days from Seattle, Washington to Portland, Oregon, and the official midpoint is in Centralia, Washington. For this ride, I'm on my Biktrix FS Pro 3, which is a dual battery, full suspension e-bike, which is primarily designed for gravel and off-road use, but it does just fine on the pavement too. So for this ride, I was pretty nervous. This is the farthest I've ever ridden on my e-bike, though I did do the RSVP last year, which was fairly similar. So for this ride, I had 2 primary batteries, a 17.5 amp hour main and a 17 amp hour extender. So both of those were active on the bike. I also had a third 17 amp hour extender as a spare in my trunk bag. I expected that I would probably have to switch to the spare around mile 90, but I was actually pretty surprised. I made it all the way to Centralia on the first 2. So we just passed the first rest stop at Seward Park in Seattle. I believe it's primarily there for anyone who has any early mechanical issues or maybe just needs another quick bathroom break, because it's only 10 miles after the start. So because of that, myself and a whole bunch of other people just blew right past it. The ride this early in the morning with the sun rising on Mount Rainier was really cool. It really stood out with the sun shining out like that. So that was a really neat part about riding in the morning. So here we are getting close to the first official rest stop in Renton. It's at the IKEA, and one of the things that Cascade is really well known for is their amazing rest stops. They're just a whole bunch of volunteers. They've got a ton of great food. There's water, there's Gatorade, there's a whole bunch of porta potties. This entire ride is just really well supported, and the food that's available at the official rest stops is awesome. You're hard pressed to find another ride anywhere in the country with better food. So as odd as it may sound, here I am at mile 25 and really just kind of like feeling the groove, because when you're riding with this many people, and I believe there were over 6,000 people riding in this year's STP, you know, for someone who's relatively new to this, it takes a little while to sort of figure out the pacing, the cadence, the etiquette of being in a big group like this. One of the things that I actually really enjoy doing, being on an e-bike, is allowing other people to draft behind me, because it gives them a big performance as well as a big morale boost, particularly on a really long ride like this, and particularly on a ride that gets really warm later in the afternoon. Allowing them to draft behind me really helps. And of course, because I'm on an e-bike, it makes me feel better knowing that I'm able to help some other people as well. So let's see. Oh, this is our first mini stop. I believe this was a football team, a high school football team that supported that one. And so most of the mini stops, they accept donations because they're run by clubs like Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts, football teams, high school bands, cheer squads, that sort of thing. So if you stop, do them a solid and make a donation. Oh, here we are on the Puyallup Hill. So this is the biggest hill of the entire 200+ mile ride, and also where having an e-bike really helps out. So one of the things I thought was really neat, and it's hard to see when I've got the video sped up at 30x like this, but all along the route, there were lots of people who just live on the route who put out signs of support or were out on their front lawns cheering us on. Some people had set up hoses and sprinklers to help keep the riders cool. There were lots of just pop-up lemonade stands. And in fact, even some people just left coolers of ice and water out by the curb with signs on them that just said for STP riders. So really, really well supported. And here we are in Spanaway. This was the official lunch stop. So all the normal snacks plus sandwiches were available here. Okay, and I think we're getting ready to head into the sort of the back road of JBLM. This was a neat part of the ride for me. I actually spent 12 years active duty in the Army, so being back on base and riding past a lot of the rifle ranges, the grenade range, the ammo storage facilities, that brought back some memories for me, so I thought that was pretty cool. So one of the things you'll notice is that whenever we're on a hill, I tend to pass people, and that's just because of the power of the e-bike. It effectively flattens the hills for me, but when we do get on these flats, and even on the downhills, you'll see that I get passed quite a bit by the riders on, say, there was a big group that just zipped past me, because they're using their human power, and I am too on the e-bike, but I'm also using the battery power. And one of the things I'm trying to do is basically manage my power consumption to maximize my distance. So we just hit the mini stop at McKenna Elementary. When we were there, I actually adjusted my saddle a little bit because I was having around mile 60 started really experiencing some discomfort. So took advantage of one of the rest stops to make a little tweak, and that just made a world of difference for me. I really got my second wind after that. Okay, now we're on the Yelm to Tenino trail. So this was nice because it was fairly well shaded, and it was also nice to be away from road traffic. I suppose the only downside is you'll see that there are a lot of crossings where the road crosses the trail, and you've really got to slow down and in some cases stop to check for traffic from the left and the right, because it is so heavily wooded. It's really hard to see until you're right there. Oh, we just passed another mini stop. That was a new one for 2025 in Rainier, put on by the Rainier Cub Scouts. So again, if you stop at one of these mini stops, oftentimes they're selling some items, they're giving some away for free, but they'll usually have a donation opportunity. So help them out. And that, where I just was there, that was just a random local lemonade stand that a lady had set up on the course, and the lemonade was awesome. As you can see, it's afternoon. We're getting into the heat of the day, and it's definitely getting warm. What really helped is I had a cooling towel that I had wrapped around my neck, and at every rest stop, I would make sure to re-wet it with the water that they had available, and that made a huge difference for me dealing with the heat. Here we are at the Tenino stop. This one was awesome. They had watermelon, they had a whole bunch of baked goods, water, Gatorade, really, really nice setup. That Tenino rest stop at the 90-mile mark, that's actually where I was originally planning to swap in my spare battery, but I realized when I was there that I still had a pretty good charge left in both batteries, so I decided to just push on and see how far it would take me. Here we got another little pop-up lemonade stand coming up here pretty soon. Yep, really, really good. Even though it was only 5 miles before the midpoint, I found that taking advantage of pretty much every stop made a world of difference, particularly when you're in the high double-digit miles like I am right now. So making my way into Centralia, and at this point I'm about a mile away from the stop, and my batteries were starting to bottom out here. They were cutting out a little bit on me. This gentleman had set up a mister in his on the curb of his house.
That's wonderful.
This was amazing.
Thank you.
At this point, my batteries are effectively dead, so I'm just pedaling the bike in without any power, just to finish this last 100 yards or so.
All right.
And when I got here, I went ahead and swapped in the spare so I could go the additional 13 miles to get to Bethel Church, where I stayed for the night.
Whew.
That was an amazing experience. Highly recommend Bethel Church as an overnight stop.
Oh my God, yes.
My GoPro also
Thank you.
ran out of battery just a couple of minutes after I got here. And so unfortunately I wasn't able to record that last 13 miles of the ride. All right, that was day one. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you take a look at day two.